Greetings and salutations to all you folks out there. We're back with a live stream, and I'm going to have to get used to how this one sets up because this is my first go-round using YouTube Gaming. So, hopefully everything is properly addressed. If you see any technical difficulties, drop it in the chat on the side, and I will actually see it because the chat and settings is all much better on YouTube Live than it is on the live event stream out of YouTube itself. So, hopefully all this will go well. Alright, today we're going to be looking at Fields of the Great Phoenix. For those of you who remember from last week, this was the map that we gave everybody, and I got a couple of replays, but still, you guys need to send in replays of these weekly maps, because I'm not getting too terribly many to pick from. There is actually a scroller at the top side of the screen with information on how to send in replays, the map for next week, and the name of this week's map, so that way you guys can have all that information there right at your fingertips. All right, let's go ahead and introduce the players, and we'll jump into this game. On the north side, let me go ahead and speed it up here. We've got LS taking Cybern in the back. On the right side, we've got Axolotl. I have no idea if that's how you actually pronounce that, but that's what I'm going to call him. He has Cybern as well. Then we've got Dagger taking Seraphim as mid, and Billy taking UEF on the south side. Whether that is indicative of a future strategy, we'll have to find out. No Caps taking Cybern on the left for the right-hand team. Shotogun, Seraphim in the back. Azrael. We're going to go with Azrael. Seraphim on the front. And then Swalbraham Link as the north side player taking Seraphim as well. Some doozies of names in here. Apparently people are just trying to name themselves anything that will make me trip up. Well, this map is something entirely different than the norm. It is a Navy-based map. It has large expansions off to the side, and actually the sides are the only area where you can potentially escape from Navy. There are a lot of wrecks scattered around, but they are air wrecks. We've got strat bombers, some interceptors, a couple ASF laying around. That is really unusual for a map. It's not often you see the air wrecks as a primary reclaim source. And then we've got some drop plateaus and, of course, beaches for staging areas. I think you might be able to build that mass extractor if you push an engineer up to the side, but we'll just have to see what these guys do. Obviously, to get the reclaim, you're going to have to drop engineers. There may be room for a factory. Maybe. Let's see. I will be experiencing this map with you guys shortly. Yep, you can fit a factory. Alright, so you can edge build. Okay, so basically you're going to be wanting to expand, secure naval control, and I would say air is probably going to play a little bit more critical part than it normally does because, of course, you're going to have drops. Looks like the south side, right side team, I'm not sure which one we're going to go with on this one, they're going to be pushing ACUs out to the side islands. That's going to be a very handy expansion tool because sending a single engineer is half the build power and 0 combat capabilities, so that can very easily get pushed away from the island and you're going to lose that expansion. If you got your ACU there, that's of course equivalent to 20 T1 tanks and it's got 10 build power instead of 5 on hand. So you're going to do much better getting that commander over there very early. It's going to serve you well. Alright, Billy is actually going to stop. I was hoping he was going to go south, but he's going to build a naval factory and start dropping some frigates. Maybe that T1 Navy will do him some good. It is ridiculously early. We've got air scouts coming out for LS, who is going double air factory. Looks like everybody else is laying down a land first, and then air for Axolotl as well. And that is going to be reclaim first, so handy dandy chunk of mass going over to blue. That is a large bit of reclaim that's actually going to overflow to his team as well. A cool 1500 mass looks like it's going to be when that thing finishes up. So definitely want to grab those very early. Engineers coming out for the mass extractors. Actually a little bit of reclaim out here as well. Doesn't that look like a beautiful sunny island? Well, maybe not sunny, judging by the sky, but it's got awesome palm trees and a nice beach. I can imagine a little beach house there for all those rich people who own their own island. Bomber coming across. That could potentially knock out one of these engineers before it comes out. Let's see, that is a green engineer from over there, so the north side is doing a good job expanding out towards the center. The right side is doing a much better job securing the expansion. So this is going to give a huge economy boost to the south side, right side team as this game progresses. We're going to have to see if the north might be able to do something about that. And bomber coming in. Looks like he's going to drop, yes, 3 engineer kills, if no, that one's going to escape. Just barely by the hair of his chinny chin chin. And we got a bomber coming across the north side as well. Sellen's going to move in and actually nail that engineer kill. So a little bit of scout action there for Seraphim. Not often that you see those actually put to a combat role, but hey, it does happen every once in a while. Green dropping those 2 center islands too. So that is going to give them a little bit of mass maybe to catch up. Front player is going to go full on Navy as would be expected. This is going to be interesting to see if these guys can actually use amphibious tanks to their advantage, because I would love to see some Wagners. I can just picture Cybran securing the beachhead over here and then just pumping Wagners into this base. Maybe we'll get to see it, maybe we won't. Let's see, 2 engineer kills there, almost 3. That bomber definitely worth sending over there. And those engineers are on a reclaim order. Alright, so everybody is kind of spreading out as you would normally expect. Looks like the northern team has secured the entire center, and the southern team has secured both expansions. So that is going to be heavy advantage to the south as this game pushes forward. I'm interested to see what happens with the game later. I'm going to do random slots, and I just hope that I don't get stuck on the center. To me, it seems like this is going to be probably the most frustrating position to play. Ooh, drops. We are going to see a little bit extra action on the top side here. Unfortunately, that is only engineers, and there is already a scout in place. So that means that that will quickly get sniped off. Nothing really much is going to happen there. And there is a T1 bomber here, but there's already an established build power presence. Radar is not a bad choice if you're going to kill something off. But in the long run, I don't think that's really going to do any good whatsoever. Reclaim ward going down on that engineer. No return fire from the opponent, but tanks swooping in to pick up those kills. That is going to be an absolutely fruitless endeavor for LS. Let's see on the scoreboard here. Axolotl picking up 2,800 reclaim, cleaning up a nice little chunk of that before he was pushed off the island. He is in the lead with 47 mass income, which means, yes, he has got several T2 mass extractors that he pulled while he was sucking up that mass. This is something that I've actually been talking about with Orbital Potato. If you guys have been listening to our cast that we've been doing together on Mondays, that is one thing that he is having a little bit of a hard time transitioning to that I never really thought about before, and that is temporary income versus permanent income. And this is going to be a repeat for some of you guys, but when you have a huge source of temporary income like all of this mass, the first time he played it out, he was upgrading factories. Like he had all that mass to burn, the income goes away, then you're back on T1 mechs. Whereas if you take that temporary income and upgrade your mass extractors for long-term income, you can see even though Axolotl lost the entire expansion, he is still on even footing with Swalbraham. I'm going to have to wrap my head around that pronunciation. He is on even footing with Swalbraham in terms of economy. He is lagging just a little bit now because Link has pulled a couple of extra upgrades in the time he walked over there, but he is not in a bad position at all. He's going to go ahead and throw down his factories, get some production online. He'll be able to vacuum up this mass from these tanks in the middle here. Probably will not have a bad time of it. I think he has a really good chance of securing that side. And there go the drops. I knew there was going to be a lot of them, judging by the nature of this map. Seraphim artillery drops, the bane of every Navy player. Unfortunately, that is going to get knocked out of the sky due to a combined anti-air presence from the frigate and some interceptors coming through. People having connection issues. Okay, if you are having problems, one thing that I would suggest is if you have Firefox, try Firefox, because I was having some problems with Chrome earlier. I don't know if there is a compatibility issue with some people's computer right now, but I was experiencing issues in Chrome and not in Firefox. Other than that, I do not know what to tell you. It will be uploaded in regular format in just a little while here. Alright, Axolotl and Swalbraham trading blows. The problem that I see here is that there are way more artillery for Swalbraham than there are for Axolotl. Axolotl's on just a handful of tanks, and he is shedding health fast. He's not dodging. You have got to dodge and weave when you're facing off with artillery. He's doing it now, but it is too little too late. Down to 1,400 health under the fire from that gun upgraded commander, and there he goes. There was a jester coming in to try and rescue him, but it was too little too late. There are a couple of T2 bombers though, so we may get to see a double ACU blast. And 700 health, 0 air cover. I think that is the case. So that's going to be the entire right side of the map eliminated for both teams. Well, that was a beautiful dodge right there. Fully evaded 3 bombers for a pass. Can he pull it off again? No. There he goes. Alrighty. I will agree that YouTube gaming is a huge improvement over YouTube Live. The chat, everything, all of it works together way better. And 1080p stream. Thank you to the guys on Patreon for actually making that possible. They got it installed Friday, and the quality should be glorious compared to what it was before. Alright, we've got T1 Navy moving in on Billy's emplacements. This is a T2 naval factory, which is an awesome idea typically, but if you don't have enough of a naval presence to actually hold your opponent off of your build power, that is a totally pointless upgrade, because it is all just going to die as soon as you start building a T2 unit, unless your opponent just leaves. That could save your butt. I'm not sure what that is right there. Interesting side note, if you ever are in this situation, you can actually place your units right here and fire at the factory, and the shots from your units will impact the ship building in the naval yard. So it will actually start shredding health off of this unit, and you can either get it down to really low HP before it comes out of the factory, or you can actually kill it inside the factory. It will stop building and the factory will cycle. And it just continually wastes mass for your opponent because it's trying to build something and it never ever does. Looks like the north side is going to be claimed by the left team. Going to take full advantage of that gap in control. Looks like we got T2 torpedo bombers coming out. Really solid air control from the north side. LS is doing a fantastic job on that. And he is going to be dropping a load of engineers off over there. Green as well. There's plenty of reclaim to be had out here. Lots of mass extractors, even a hydro. No reason not to grab that, and it should help them get a leg up as this game moves forward. It's kind of... well, not kind of. It is always hilarious when two people die back to back like that, because one side is going to be, oh, yes, we've got an advantage. We can totally do this. And then 45 seconds later, their own commander blows up, and everyone just face palms massively. Interceptors swinging in, and beautiful drop there. Corsairs dropping it easily. They are by far the worst anti-air in the sky at T2, but more than sufficient to drop a T1 transport. So that is done. Full control to the north team. Well, there's another drop trying to come in, and just barely got the engineers off, only to be demolished by those Corsairs. Corsairs doing work this game. Looks like we got to sail them out, pushing on the mid. That T2 factory has gone down for gray, and T2 torpedo bombers coming out. That is overkill, like swatting an ant with a sledgehammer. We got 5 T2 torpedo bombers going after a single T1 sub. That was just sad. That guy was mourning his own existence. Should be attacking this. I'm sure it will come very, very quickly. Looks like No Caps has pushed out a massive amount of air production in just the last little bit. He does have flak and a shield on his commander, so he is much better protected than his teammate was up on the north side. But still, when your team does not have a firm grasp on air control and there's some T2 fighter bombers flying around, you better protect that comm. Honestly, I would be somewhere in the water with that thing on that exposed side. Interceptors coming in, whirling around, trying to knock all those torpedo bombers down. Looks like they are going to be mildly successful over time, but it is just going to take a couple minutes to get all those things down. In the meantime, that Navy is getting demolished. Down to 1 destroyer, 1 sub, and 1 frigate on that side. Couple of more reinforcements coming up over here. Hopefully, yes, that's going to be 2 destroyers versus 1, and the T1 sub shouldn't make that much of a difference. So the build power is not going to go down. Green is going to be safe. So it looks like we're back to a stalemate position. I was afraid that naval control was just going to be overwhelming for the south side, but between the torpedo bombers and a tiny little bit of questionable micro closing in on Seraphim destroyers like that, that is going to be a draw. Looks like roughly equal amounts of Navy in, but that's why the numbers were even. Look at that. We got a T3 Naval HQ at 16 minutes for Azrael, whatever his name is. He is going to be able to push T3 subs at some point, which I'm sure we will see soon, because everybody's fond of a T3 sub hunter. Not sure why. They have gotten nerfed into oblivion recently, but admittedly they are kind of fun to play with. What you gonna build? Nothing? Nothing. The Seraphim naval factory is just whacked out. I don't know why it has all of the things floating in the air all around. I guess all their factories do, but it's kind of trippy. It's massively, massively disorienting to see all of that top-heavy stuff floating around. Anywho, let's see. Looks like we do have one of these Cybern cruisers down here. If I were him, I would be flicking that on to land fire, because there's not really any air threat at the moment, and he could drop and keep down those shields very easily using the ground fire option on that cruiser. But he's going to have to retreat because there are 3 destroyers coming in. Unfortunately, one of them is underwater, which means that all of the beams are not being focused. Could have dropped that a little bit quicker, but you know what? It was good enough. We're not going to worry about it. Cruisers coming out. That is going to help reestablish any air in the center. And ASF. Nice. Both of these guys are at T3 air. So we've got T3 air and cruisers out. Still roughly even on all counts. And it looks like things are going to come to a grinding halt. Let's take a look at these bases, see what's going on in the back here. Ah, strategic launch. Strategic missile launcher is going down up there. Has it been scouted, and will they build defense? Let's see. It has not been scouted. There was a T3 scout. Ah, there it is. As long as he's paying attention, he'll be able to see it. It is going to be grayed out because he went over it before it was finished constructing. But anybody who's a little bit observant will be able to see that. Hopefully they'll see it and get that thing built. Engineers have been paused. Apparently he has better things to do with his mass, like a T2 HQ apparently. Oh goodness gracious alive, that is a lot of Zooies. Holy cow. That has been building up for a while on this side. Dagger has built a whopping 15 or so factories, exactly 15 factories, pumping out Zooies for all they're worth, and those things are just going to flow over the south side. That is amazing. Killing off the entire side expansion. They're actually going to get all the way down to the base. Not much damage going to be done, though. I see some people in chat warning me. Yeah, I saw it. I was a little late on it, but I saw it. That ACU is going to be able to clean that up, and then he is going to move northward, try to reestablish his presence up there. We do have artillery coming down the backside, but there are frigates and destroyers in progress. My brain is having a hard time finding the words today. Is it a palindrome? Words that sound like what you want, but are not actually what you want? I seem to be doing that really badly today. Anyway, the artillery are going to get cleaned up by all of these frigates, and the counter artillery coming out from Azrael, and that is going to be an innovative idea, and I like the thought of trying to get around the backside with a bunch of artillery, but it's just not going to work. That nuke is up and about 25% loaded. Let's take a look up here on the north side. We have stealth. We have power, we have various and sundry items, but no nuke defense. Oh, strat bombers on the south side. Looks like Billy has gone T3 air as well, and between the strats and the Corsairs, that is just going to be too much for purple. That was no caps. No caps is down, and those strat bombers are now free to plague the rest of humanity on this map. Or alien races, depending on who you may be. Looks like they are going to try to take out that factory and the build power there. Several impacts, but they're going to go right through the ASF swarm. It's going to knock them out, no problem whatsoever. If I would have been them, I would have just gone for the eco and not for the factory. Yeah, it's going to slow down production a little bit, but I think the eco would have done more damage. Not even the AC, well, I don't know. That's an 11,000 health ACU. I was about to say not for it, but yeah, he doesn't have the T3 upgrade. It's only the gun upgraded comm. So Strat Bombers might have potentially killed that. Let's see, there were 4, pushing just over 3,000 DPS apiece. Yes, 4 would have been enough. Well, we could have seen an ACU kill there. Oh well. It was not meant to be, and that's going to give them a chance to finish off this nuke. It's about 70% now. Looks like we got some Navy moving down from the north. This is the fun thing about Seraphim destroyers. You can choose to either fight underwater or on top of the water. So if your opponent has the same 3 destroyers you do, but it has a superior number of frigates or artillery, well then, dive and run away. It's not really going to hurt you that much. I like the cruisers on the north side. Israel taking advantage of the battle going on in the middle, or the poking and prodding in the middle, rather. Not really much of a battle. To edge those cruisers in there and knock out all of those mass extractors. Excellent, excellent raiding work. It's going to knock that eco down and hopefully let these guys get a little something done. Currently, Shotogun is on top of the scoreboard, pulling in 224 mass per tick on his income. Actually 350. That is, nope, it is 225. That is reclaim. Good old reclaim. And let's see, 129, 100-ish for Azrael and Dagger, and then 64 for Billy. It was probably going to go up in just a minute because he is building glorious amounts of mass extractors and getting lots of reclaim on this side. There's the nuke that we've all been waiting for. Where is it headed? Did not see the ping right there, or the air player, or is that the next one? Looks like it is headed for the air. Yes, no nuke defense whatsoever. That is going to wipe out the entire airbase. Thankfully, he does have a presence over on the other side, so he is not necessarily going to get completely wiped out, but that is going to hurt a lot. Oh, that's going to be hard to come back from. They do have 3 commanders to 2, but I think overall the income is going to favor the southern team. I like this little bit back here, trying to edge around the back just to make sure that the Navy was suppressed back there. All of it did die in the nuke, so nothing to worry about. Some T2 bombers trying to make good on this situation, but I don't think they're going to be able to much. That's going to secure air control for the southern side. They're now going to have double the ASF, and I think that is probably going to decide this game. There are some torpedo bombers left, and there are some T3 subs, but Red's production is so high right now that extra income is going to help these guys out, and I don't think they've got anything to worry about. As long as nobody makes a major slip-up, I think the south side has got this. Subs moving up. Always got to remember with these guys, literally their only strength is their range now. That's it. It used to be that they had just enough health to survive a T3 torpedo bomber pass. They used to have just a little bit more going for them, but people were arguing about them being too strong. And now, basically, if anything can reach out and touch them, they just die. Is that what I think it is? That's Wagner's! We have a beach assault from the amphibious tanks. Yes, my life is complete. I have seen the Cybern toy box open up, and it is wonderful. Storm the beaches, destroy all the things, my pretties. And, of course, there has to be point defense to ruin the party, but you know what? It's okay. It was a fun landing nonetheless. They're going to get knocked out pretty quickly, though. Lots and lots of point defense going down to push back that assault. Not even going to get a single T3 mechs down. That is sad, sad. Oh well. Everybody likes to stop the Cyberns when they're having fun. Alright, on the north side, LS is trying to get his base back in order. Unfortunately, when you're on 57 mass income and you've lost all of your tech, That's kind of hard to do. He does have some strat bombers in the north here. We got 3 and none for Gray, but he does have the capability to build some. The interesting thing about the Cybern strat bombers, as we all know and love, is that they are stealthed. So he could actually push in with those Cybern strats and potentially get a nice clean hit on some of these power generators or some eco structures. I'm not sure that he should throw them away though, because that would be only one pass. They only get one. The shielding is going to be tough to break on that. Here we go with the nuke again. Where are we going to hit? Right there. I'm going to have to see if Dagger can get out of the way of this one. He does have a nuke defense down, and he is building it like mad. But when you're mass stalled, your nuke defense will not build. Will not. So you've got to balance your economy when you're trying to build either a nuke or an anti-nuke. So that is going to spell doom for the north side. That was actually really nicely done. They did manage to pull off a Navy win, which I am greatly impressed with. But when this comes crashing down, I don't think it's going to matter much. Oh, Dagger. No, you didn't run soon enough. Are you going to clear it? Are you going to clear it? No! You were like 5 feet. 5 feet from safety. But unfortunately, it was not meant to be. Did I just say? Yeah, naval win from Gray. There we go. I was making sure I did not get my colors confused. Strat Bomber's coming out for Shotgun. I'm sure he will end this very, very quickly. We've only got 2 commanders left. One of them is wide out in the open, right up there. And Billy looks like he is actually headed towards the south side. Or is that? Nope, that is a transport queue. Ignore me, I know not of what I speak. He is on a move order directly to the center. And there's the torpedo bombers that will probably force him to his end. If they can find him. Do they have him on radar? That's the question. Sonar, I should say. They do not. Probably are figuring that he's in the water. The brave little gunship running around the backside here. Can he do it? No. The fate of the game rested on his shoulders, and he simply could not hold it up. Strat bombers coming around. Looks like they are going to be going after the nuke defense, even though that seems slightly pointless at this point. Probably should have just gone for the commander. I'm going to go ahead and bump the speed back up here so we can get through this one. And then we can play a game of our own on this somewhat ridiculous map. I think I watched probably 4 replays on this one. And every single one of them was ridiculously odd. Like, I don't think I saw one normal game on this. It was kind of hard to pick, honestly. Air cleaning up. That is a sign of bombings to come. Oh, or drops. Drops too. That works. So we got T2 transports loaded to the brim with Zooies. And those guys are going to run up towards the north. Looks like we got a drop-off point right in the middle of the water. They are going to be able to run northward. Strat bombers, torpedo bombers, and all manner of deathly items coming in. Commander's going to walk out of the water. That means he's safe from the torps, but not from the strats. There they go. And kaboom! Game over for Billy. He may not have been able to trigger a nuclear detonation, but he was able to become one. And there goes LS, trying to make it to the water for some unknown reason. I don't think he is going to get there. If he does, it's only going to be to find a torpedo bomber. There he goes. Area of effect on the last bomb, killing him off. And that is going to be GG. Well done to every one of these guys. Actually, very well done. This was a 900 to 1200 rank section of the... Let me untangle my tongue here. That was a 900 to 1200 segment of the community, which is slightly under the average skill ranking. I think the average right now, or the mean, is 12. It's either 1190 or 1230, something like that. But yeah, they all did really well. I was happy with the drops. I like the use of all of the different units, trying to get everything in there and Well done, all the way. Let's go ahead and host one of these up. I am going to get one of these in process as quickly as I can. Maybe we can get one played without any significant network difficulties. Quick, host more settings. Yeah, that was an inside joke. Speaking of hosting a map, the one that you see right here, Cauldron Small, that is the map for next week. The small EP is a 6 versus 6. You do not necessarily have to play the 6 versus 6. There is also an 8 versus 8. But the 6 versus 6 is fun because it is so freaking chaotic. There's just so many players crammed onto this tiny little amount of space. It's epic. Totally epic. You should totally play the 6 versus 6 if you do get the chance. We're going to do 500 to, let's do, 1,800 like I normally do. Let's not cut anybody out. Maybe we'll get some higher ranked players in here. And let's go to Fields of the Great Phoenix. I guess I'm still kind of off today. I don't know. I was sick for a fairly decent portion of the week, and I guess I'm just not completely mentally snapped back yet. I did a snarky cast on... there's no thumbnail. That's fun. I did a snarky cast on Thursday, which I was not necessarily completely mentally alert for, but it did work. It turned out reasonably well. It was one of the few Gap of Rohan games that I cast on occasion. Usually when something stupid happens and I can just be snarky about it. But yeah, hopefully I will be back at full form next week because I am sick of feeling groggy. Alrighty then. Make sure that I have everything set. Let's not do full share. Full share is tempting, but let's not do it. And then we need to set randoms on our spawns. Okay. Cool beans. I have no idea how any of this is going to work out, so we're basically just, well, you know what? I so sincerely hate to do this. I really, really do. Hexaco is, man, if you're in the stream, I'm sorry, but you're 300 points under the average of the rest of the guys in here. And with the people in here, I am terrified of what is going to happen to you. I am going to set you to observer, and I'm going to try to get one of the 1100s in. Let's see, Aori was in here first. Nanotech, move to observer. Come on, Aori. There you go. Alright. Like I said, I really, really do hate to move people to observer when I do an all welcome, but when everybody jumps in and they're at 1,000 or above and there's 1,700, it's just going to break the balance of the game, and it's not going to be much fun for anybody. Alright, let's see. Should I do random factions? I should probably do random factions. That would be good. Okay. Bam. We are ready. Let's see. Got a question. Brink, can't you like make a request for the cast and then a secretly chosen map for the playing? Because it's hard for people with less time to go up against experienced people on a new map. I am not sure what that means. Maybe I'm reading it incorrectly. Oh well. Let's see. Okay. Let's go ahead and launch this out of here. If Stoops will X. Come on, Stoops. Holding us all up. A lot of familiar names in here. Got Roke, Godnell, Achieved Jaguar. I think Achieved Jaguar has been in like every live stream ever. Apparently he is stalking Orbital Potato and I. Too many observers. None of them are connected. Bye, people. And it's nanotech. There we go. All right, everybody cross your fingers. No connection issues. We're about to put the new internet to the test. Pushing out a 1080p stream. I'm going to try to play at the same time. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm in the air slot. I did not want that. All right, everybody, if you are on the other team, please do yourself a favor and me a favor and leave so that you are not listening into everything that I'm saying when I'm giving away everything that we're doing. All right, I have a whopping 7 mass extractors, which means I should probably shoot for an early drop on the island. Let's do 3 mass extractors, early hydro, then 4 power generators, a air factory, and an immediate transport. I think I can do that pretty easily without power stalling. That is going to be 1 power generator right there. Okay. And Brink is Aeon Air. GG, well played. I would not go that far. I can still massively screw this up. Don't jinx it. Oh, man. Have our handy-dandy engineer. The one bad thing about this is the fact that I really don't have any significant sources of reclaim right near my base, which kind of sucks, but we can all get along with. Okay, so that adjacency will work out. Let's go ahead and zip my power generators across here. Let's assist there and go here. Assist hydro, build mechs, and assist ACU. Then we'll go actually to that mass extractor so our engineer doesn't have to turn around in the factory. Double check and make sure there's a couple little rocks here and there, but no manual reclaim on my side. Hallelujah, I didn't need mass anyway. Let's go ahead and shoot this guy up here. Do 2 and reclaim. And then we'll start feeding some engineers over here so that we can assist the air factory and get some stuffs online. Okay. Looks like we got a halfway decent start. We have a low mechs count, but I think we can make it work. As long as we don't get trampled from the backside with people coming in. I always hate it when I'm top on the scoreboard because that means I'm jinxed for the rest of the game. It never fails. Never, ever. Alright, get back in here, engineer. Alright. So, cool thing. If you assist your engineers to your ACU, they don't have to walk to build the air factory. Then, while your engineers are building the air factory, assist with your ACU, he walks to the proper assist distance, and then you have instantaneous assisting on the transport that pops out. Bam! So you can get it built really, really quickly. Works quite brilliantly, if I do say so myself. All of those little tiny optimizations that let you just eke out 10, 12 seconds here and there. It's really intriguing sometimes because little optimizations, you can take a 3-minute long build order and fit it inside 2 minutes and 30 seconds a lot of times. So it is actually kind of critical that I don't build what I am about to build. Okay, so we are going to shoot this across here. I am going to drop this transport way over here. I love that. Is he built? Yes. He is sending out drones to get the reclaim out there. That is awesome. I highly approve of this. Well done, good sir. Well done. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and line up some more... Wow, I can't build all my P-gens. Wonderful. This has very odd adjacency in this map. Alright, we're just going to have to stack some P-gens up somewhere. Anywhere, random places. Should I be a dick and suck up that strap bomber out from under the other ACU? Should I? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be that mean. I'll drop 2 engineers there, and I will grab that little bit of reclaim. I should have done it. I wouldn't have made it, but there's the ACU. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? Haha, ultimate troll. I'm going to build a point defense. Let's get some mass up so we can actually do this. I'm going to help my teammate. Get this. What? Commander under attack. Oh, look at that. There's a bomber. Come on, Interceptor. Get out of there. There he is. Okay. Really? Really, terrain? Oh, this is evil. Alright, Aori. Get something built. Do something. Don't just keep walking at his commander. That's not gonna work long term. Okay, he's running. So we can reclaim that and do some reclaim of our own. Alright, so we're good. Fantastical. Okay, let's go assist this. And then let's do T2 air. Because everybody loves swift winds and other fun things that Aeon has at T2. And let's do that. Okay. Alright. We're doing well so far. Let's scout. See what's going on over here. And all of my interceptors are straying away. And that means they're all dying to an inferior number because they're not clumped up. Get away! Run! We have 2 commanders on the left side. That is not good at all. We've already got a frigate on this side over here. So these guys are going to make a concentrated effort to lock down this right side of the map early. That is not cool. Not cool at all. Let's do full Aurora spam with a scout in there on occasion so that we don't lose radar coverage. I think I've said enough times what happens when you lose radar coverage with Aeon that I don't have to repeat myself yet again. And then let's try to do something creative here. Okay, we need to probably get some anti-air and maybe an artillery up because we do. And then let's throw every bit of assistance that we have on this T2 factory to try to save our teammates' butt. Or, never mind, it's too late. Alright, we're going to have to do something ridiculous here. Get some T2 air. Aori is going down. That was actually nicely done, you guys. I like the double team. I don't like the fact that it was on my teammate, but I like the double team. So they're going to be unopposed on that left side. That means I need to get some engineers over to this side ASAP. You know what? Blue's already on the way over there. I'm going to let him have it. Okay, so let's go T2 on that. We can probably go for that and then that. Okay. Alright, hopefully we are not going to die a terrible death from the right side. That was really interesting. I like that. I like that a lot. I do realize that I should probably not like things that are about to kill me, but you know what? It's okay. We can be entertained. Alright, we're going to shove some interceptors over here, hopefully get up a little bit. Let's get our anti-air on this side. Swiftwind should be able to more than adequately take out a handful of interceptors, unless, of course, they become retarded, which is always a possibility. And there are way more of them than I thought there were. Alright, engage. Let me pick you off from the rear. Okay, so there's one. There's two. The key to outmaneuvering interceptors is to stay at the outside edge of the group, because when the interceptors come in several at a time, obviously they're going to be more powerful than your Swiftwind's mass for mass, because inferior tech units always outweigh superior tech units in terms of strictly damage and health. But when you factor in maneuverability and range, that is where your higher tier units are going to be better off. Alright, so if these guys do not build any anti-air, which I think shouldn't be a problem because they are busy dealing with tanks, I should be able to just straight up mercy them. So we are going to queue these to right there. Get a couple of them together. I need 2 to kill white. So let's move our air up. And white is their air player. So this is going to be hilarious. Let's push straight across. White. Alright, we're good. Oh no. No, no, no. Crap. Frigates. I should have known better. Alright, so they are going to retreat. So we will be able to get this. Let's stop mercies. We're going to go T2 engineers. We're going to get our... Okay, we need lots and lots of NGs. Okay, we're going to get our T2 P-gens online. That was actually really nice placement of those frigates. Very well done on that. Anticipated that move and expertly knocked it astray. Alright. We're going to get our T2 P-gens online, and then we are going to grab resource allocation and crack down on T3 air immediately. And we need to build those on repeat. Okay, we should be able to get a decent amount of reclaim off of this, actually. What is shooting at what? Okay. I got 4 swift winds, so I should be able to deny anything that's coming in. The one bad thing we're going to have going for us is the fact that there is no Navy on the left. So I should probably invest in some extra build power and start thinking about Navy on that side. Let's go ahead and do that right there. Start feeding engineers in the back. Assist for more power. We are 50% complete on that, and reclaim is not doing nearly enough to make ends meet. I think we'll be okay, though. We're just going to take the stall and run with it. Okay. Let's do 2 engineers. Slightly better? Eh. Okay, we're just going to live with that. Send this guy over here. Bam. I'm actually going to go T3 land on this side. I think it will be well worth it for 2 reasons. Number 1, I can get the ACUs off the freaking island with T3. Reason number 2, I can do T3 drops later. I can build those T3 units up, and even though they will be stuck on the island, if I can get air control later, I will be able to get them out of there. Okay, so we are looking okay. Let's go ahead and do full assist. And there we go. Get our other P-gen online very, very quickly. We got 1 more to do to T2 there. And as soon as we get resource allocation done, I'm going to drop a hardcore upgrade with those engineers. Okay. I'm going to go there with some engineers. And yeah. Hard mass stall, but we are okay. Finish up, finish up, finish up. And a go. Okay, we got 200 plus power, so I'm going to go ahead and start reclaiming some of these T1 P-gens, which is going to lead to hardcore power stalling when we start biting into extra mass, but we are going to do it anyway. Let's get some T2 engineers assisting there. What was pinged a minute ago? Probably all of this crap. Oh, good lord. The north is collapsing. Yay! Because that's exactly what we all needed. Woo! Looks like Navy is moving up to try and protect. Roke was displaced by a large group of Auroras moving in. That is kind of hilarious, actually. Okay. Let's get some... Should I get some T1 bombers? No, he's got them displaced. Alright, we're going to stop that. Let's just focus on Actually, I'm almost balanced. So very, very, very close. Let's not do that. Okay. Let's leave it right there. Come on and finish. 66 mass takes a while. Let's see. Let's pause these guys. Let's pause all those guys. Gonna speed up any? Maybe just a little bit. Alright, we're gonna creep it. Just gonna have to creep it. Oh, crap. Okay, go away, frigate. No one wants you. Alright, as soon as they get done, we're going T3. Stop killing all of my build power. I command it. Alright, T3 air, here we come. Alright, let's unpause these. I'm not sure what's there, but we are going to find out in just a second. Okay. I spy, with my little eye, a group of enterprising Swiftwinds. God and L is 1,000 points ahead of me. How dare he? I'm gonna have to fix that. Probably should not go that close because there are additional interceptors. I'm going to get the hell out of Dodge while the getting is good. Okay, we're almost up to T3 air there. As soon as we drop the T3, actually, I am going to sit on single RAS for just a little while here because it seems like I should. Okay, we're going to go ahead and burn off our mass. I know that I'm stalling already, but we're going to go ahead. I'm not going to stall anymore. Oh, crap. Here comes the power stall. Okay, so we got to reprioritize some build power here. Is that going to bring me off stall? Yes. Okay, so we're good. Barely, but we're good. Problem here is that we cannot power stall while we're building Harbingers because a good portion of the strength of the Harbinger is in the shield that it carries so gracefully. So if we let the shield go down and crap, now there's gunships. Alright. Coming. Coming. I think I'm about to lose this expansion because he is going to realize what's happening and move in. Yes, he is right there. And I'm never going to get that T3 online. I can see it. Don't need to ping. Oh, but he is... No, he does have... Okay. Alright, so I'm going to have issues here. He's bringing in his ACU. Interesting. If I could get rid of all of the freaking frigates, I could potentially mercy him, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm back. Let's take these guys off of patrol and assist. There we go. Alright, so White's going to get that on the side. And he's going to throw down a shield, because of course he is, because he knows that I have more air than he has. Alright. Or not more air. I have T3 air. Alright, come on. Kill all the Swiftwinds while you got the chance. There we go. Alright, now we're in control of air. Okay, let's get this other resource allocation underway. That is one advantage that I have over him, is that he does not have resource allocation on his ACU. No, he doesn't. Okay, so that is going to be one advantage that I do have. And there we go. I'm not sure why he sent that single solitary ASF, or this one. He's just streaming his ASF into my base for some reason. Not that I'm complaining. I mean, obviously that's going to help me, because that means I can kill him with near impunity. Or I could totally just let his ASF fly past mine. That works too. One way or the other, it does work out for me. There we go. Alright. Almost done. And now we upgrade the rest of all the beautiful mass extractors. That is what we do best. We eco-whore. Let's see. Let's grab that. What are we pinging? Over there for some reason. Ding, ding. 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 Massive assist order. And let's get these guys, and we can do this right here. Okay. Things are looking halfway decent. You know, that is actually one interesting thing about this whole backside here. Is that... Oh, those are going to be Auroras. Okay. We will be okay, though, because we are going to build some restorers, and restorers are awesome versus T1. Because everything is awesome versus T1. Why does he still have that many Swift Winds? That's what I want to know. Is he still building them or something? Alright. Go away. No one loves you. Get out of my house. Alright. Awesome thing about Auroras, they have no HP. So we're good. Let's go ahead and take out a whole clump of them with this. Whee! Use the Mercy before his fuel goes away. Boom! Ha! Fun. Alright. Get the ones at the front of the pack. Minimize the impact on the base. And we're good. Alright. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go ahead and get T3 on the commander, get that HP boost. A little bit more bulletproof. And a little bit of tech at our disposal. Didn't I have a T3 scout? I thought I did. Let's see. We're on all T2 mechs in the back, but he is capped. And he does have more eco than I do. So for the moment, I am riding on superior air micro, but that is not going to save me forever. Let's go ahead and shift back to 5ASF 1 Restorer so that I have the intercept capability. And crap, wrong button. Sorry, peeps. Let's see. T3. I accidentally hit the freaking NVIDIA tab at the bottom. Okay. I think we're good. Those are subs in the back. Let's go kill a couple frigates, because why not? Send the Swifties out there with them. Okay. Yeah, this is not looking good. Oh my goodness. Unorthodox Box is teching up very, very rapidly, and he has got a superior navy. Hooty hooty hoo. Okay. Let's send this T3 scout across here and see if white is still hanging out in the back there. And that he is. Well, we can use that to our advantage, can't we? let's go ahead and get these 2 mass extractor upgrades, because that will actually speed up our strat bomber production quite substantially. There we go. And then we can do other things. Okay. Everything is scouted. Everything looks nice and pretty and tagged, except for Yellow's base. Let's go across there. For a lonely interceptor kills our spy plane. There we go. There we go. Kill that scout. Looks like Box is also delving into T3 air. Not good, not good. Okay. So, let's do this. Probably going to need 6 or 7, I would think, to crack that. Let's go for it. We should be able to, though. Should be able to. Okay, Roke is doing a remarkably good job considering the odds here. But the problem is that the north side has a couple of extremely good players. Orthodox Box is pretty dang good. And that is a lot of destroyers. We just lost Navy. Crapola. Let me get my... Why is there a ping over there? Let me get my restorers into the mix. I see you over there. I would love to engage, because that would mean that I would win, but I don't want to engage over flak, because that would mean I would lose. Alright, come on. Come on. Let me have it. There we go. Oh crap, now white's on me. Nope, not a good way to end this. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Alright, so we're officially going to lose air now, and I think that is going to be it for our chances. We also have one over there. Let's see if the ACU is still on this side. Don't see them. Don't see them. Crap. Let's see if I can get it before he gets over there. Oh, that is GG, folks. That is GG. Not enough done at the beginning there. Hardcore power stalled. Lost air. Ah. Oh well. This is an interesting map, though. I am lucky to have Roke. You are right. He is a very good player. But apparently they're just going... Godinel is just going to leave his ASF out there and let his ACU die to a couple of strat bombers, which, you know, I'm not going to complain about. It's definitely not anything that you don't want to have happen. Here comes the strat bomb. Those are going to off map, but I think they're going to be fine. Here comes the bomb. And nope, he's got shielding up. Okay. So yeah, that's it. Whee! Kamikaze bomber! Okay. That's that. I think that's what someone was discussing, or not discussing. Discussing. Oh, goodness gracious. Maybe I just need to go to sleep. I think that's what someone was discussing, was there, it needs to be, I might need to do a secret map for the cast so people aren't practicing and practicing and practicing just for the sole purpose of playing this map for the entire week. I don't know. I may have to rethink this slightly. It's nice having a map theme, and it does get people to play new maps. It has been doing that. I do like on the north side, both commanders, these two went to this island, those two went to that island to, for a surety, get all of the mass extractors out there. And that seemed to boost up, it seemed to boost up their economy greatly. At the end, I mean, I had early air control. Everything seemed to go okay right off the bat. But in the long term, the economy difference was just too much. Like, we've got 2 players going full T3 air. We've got a T4 coming from the front player. And then Purple has been scaling up his economy for quite some time and did a significant portion of that Navy denial early. So there was a lot of good play by the North. And I just really don't have anything to throw up against that. Oh, that is funny. What did I say? That I sound like Orbital Potato? I missed that. James LaGrasse. Edmundo, if I had attacked 1 minute later and thrown all my bombers at once, all of my bombers would have been dead. Because his ASF were in my base. Okay, one thing I am going to do for this stream, I need a little bit of feedback in the comments here, guys. Anybody who's watching right now, tell me, there are 2 options with live streaming. And I've never used live streaming before, so I went with there's an interaction prioritization and there's a buffering prioritization. And what that does is there's an extra layer of processing that YouTube does, and it delays the video feed an extra 45 seconds. But I think it will play a little bit better on some people's PCs. The other option, the interaction option, YouTube gaming has much less lag than Twitch does. The YouTube gaming is only like maybe 22, 23 seconds behind the actual gameplay. So there's pluses and minuses to it. If there's a bunch of people that are having huge buffering problems, I will switch to the other, but we're talking like a full minute of delay for prioritization towards less buffering. So if there's not too many people that were having a problem with that, I think I'd rather just leave it like it is. And that way, while I'm playing and watching the chat, what you guys are commenting on is only about 25 tops 30 seconds old. So it is what it is. I just need feedback to see how many people are actually buffering on that. Peanuts. For people with poor connections, they have to buffer anyway. 45 seconds is a long time and a nightmare when trying to diagnose problems, especially audio. Well, hopefully I didn't have any issues. I didn't see anybody calling out issues on this one. And I do have to say, I am incredibly impressed with YouTube gaming. Like, this whole thing, the start was kind of weird, but YouTube gaming is, I think, on par with Twitch now. Like, it used to be YouTube streaming was a pain because the chat didn't work right and there was a lot of weird things going on with it. But with this new format that they've got, it seems to work really, really well. And yes, I think Chrome does have a major issue because, like I said, actually, here, I can do a speed test right here and show you. I actually posted this to my YouTube channel. If you guys watch the check-in videos, I talk about network stuff and all that kind of thing when I do the check-ins. It's just kind of stuff that's going on. But let's see. Yeah, I did notice some pretty serious issues with Chrome. I have not actually gotten live streaming to work on Chrome. Like watching it, it does this weird hitch and catch up thing with the video, and the audio stays right. So it's just really, really weird. Okay, these speeds do not look that good. 79 down and 3 up. But that is because OBS right now is consuming the other 3.5 of my 7 upload. So this is 7, and I've tested it at several points during the day. I get anywhere from 98 to 105 down. So right now I'm using it, and so the numbers are a little bit lower, but you can see that's my usable bandwidth while I'm streaming. So it's pretty nice, I gotta say. It is very nice. Huge shout out and tremendous thank you to the people who made that possible over on Patreon. Okay, I think that is going to wrap it all up for me. You guys should know by now the map for next week is Cauldron Small. You can play the EP version for the awesome 6 versus 6 packed in, jam, crowded action, or you can go for the 4 versus 4 if you just can't find enough people to fill that one. And then, yeah, that's it. Couple more things coming in. Brink come to Portugal for €27, 100 down, 20 up. Yeah, I know. Here in the United States of America, we have third world internet. Yeah. No, symmetrical connections do not exist unless you have fiber. I am still on copper, believe it or not. So, yeah, it is cable internet. And cable internet always has massively higher download speeds than upload speeds. I don't know why that is. I don't know why the prioritization is that way, but the available speeds are like 32, 64, 105, and then the business connection is 107 or 148, I think is how it runs. But anyway, that is beside the point. Okay, with that, I am going to head out of here, guys. That is going to wrap up the stream for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please leave your feedback in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one.